Hey, how's it going everyone? This is the Anime Man. So a few days ago there was an interview done by the legendary creator of Evangelion, Anno Hideaki, who was talking about something that, as a fellow anime fan myself, was a little bit distressing for more of the better words. Mainly because a big veteran such as Anno Hideaki in the anime industry was discussing concerns about how there might be, or is currently, a decline in anime in Japan as a whole. He said a few things including anime has lost its spark and that there is a looming potential loss of human resources and production of anime in Japan in general. And that as a veteran of the anime industry, he foresees that anime only has about roughly 5 years left to live in Japan before it completely and utterly disappears. 5 freaking years. It seems like a long time to some of you, but to the rest of us, it seems just a very, very short future away. However, he has said that once anime has diminished from Japan, it will give rise to something new, and he is confident that other countries, mainly Asian countries such as China, Korea, Vietnam, etc., will continue to develop the anime industry. Now that's a big claim to make, no matter who you are, whether you are Anno Hideaki or Miyazaki Hayao actually, which I actually discussed similar topics about in a video. You can either click this annotation or the link is in the description below. But no matter who you are, like saying that anime will disappear in 5 years time, that's a pretty big claim to make, no matter who you are. And naturally, a lot of people have had really mixed reviews about Anno Hideaki's statement on this matter. Especially since, like I said, the legendary Miyazaki Hayao was also expressing similar opinions about how the kind of spark is lost and that anime recently has become really recycled and bland. And you know, in some respect, I kind of do agree with Anno and Miyazaki on this matter because I can definitely see that recent anime, especially in the past year or two, there are just a lot of series that seem really recycled, really too generic and mediocre, and it may look good from an outside perspective with its flashy animations and its nice looking art, but story-wise and character-wise, it's become really bland, really generic. It's just something that you look at it and was like, I've kind of seen this before, but haven't at the same time. It's new to look at, but it's not new in my mind because I know I've seen something like this before. Now, do I agree about what Anno Hideaki says about how, yes, Japan's anime industry will die in 5 years' time? I actually do not agree with that. Mainly because the anime industry is just too big of an industry, even outside of Japan, to suddenly die in 5 years' time. Yeah, sure, the anime series created nowadays, you know, may be recycled, may be bland, but within the kind of bland, mediocre layer, underneath there are some really marvelous creations that have been created within today's anime industry. And considering how the anime industry and the otaku culture has just spawned all over the world, especially in recent years, and it really has become globalized in even Western cultures, it's really going to be difficult to kind of kill off this only recently globalized culture of anime, manga, otaku culture in general. So sure, it may kind of not be as popular in Japan maybe, but completely dying in 5 years' time, I still don't see that, because even if say it will die in 5 years' time, as Anno Hideaki said, in Japan, it will continue to live on in Western cultures, in other Asian countries, anywhere around the world where people will appreciate the anime and manga industry. But then again, I do also agree on Anno Hideaki's statement about the fact that human resources and funding may kind of help or may kind of assist in the anime industry's decline in Japan especially. I actually made a video about how anime industry workers in Japan are really getting subject to slave labor. You can either click this annotation or the link is in the description below again. And so I guess I kind of agree on what Anno Hideaki said about how sure, it may kind of die in Japan because of that fact of matter, but it will continue to live on in other countries, especially Asian countries, where they can afford such human resources and funding to create something that is anime, but is a little bit of a twist. It's not quite traditional anime that Japan has kind of started. It will be this kind of deviation, a rise of something new from other countries that have just used the traditional anime and the traditional anime industry ways to create something that really pays homage to Japan's anime industry. What do you think about this, guys? Do you think anime is going to die in 5 years' time? Do you think the anime industry is going to die at all in Japan? And if you do, tell me why. If you don't think that, also tell me why. I'd like to know all that kind of stuff in the comments below. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. As always, like, favorite, if you enjoy, subscribe for anime, and I'll see you guys next video, whatever I make. Keep watching anime. Johnny!